Morning YouTubians, Gary VWJawbreaker. Welcome back to another video where today we got a few things to take care of on Lulu, the 76 Westphalia bus from our road trip. If you remember, we did like an 850-mile road trip. Everything went great except for a couple minor issues, and we're going to go ahead and dive into that right now. So sit back, relax, and let's make some much needed upgrades. What do you say? So first thing I want to cover is on the road trip that we did up to Niceville and back for Bugs on the Bayou 10, my throttle cable broke 4 miles away from the venue. Now, I got a lot of comments. A lot of people said, well, you know, that's why you carry a spare throttle cable with you, man. Let me explain that real quick. I had a spare one. It wouldn't have worked. Let me tell you why. Stock fuel injection throttle body is back here. We were running dual carburetors, which linkage is up here. So guess what? Stock cable's not long enough. So there was an extension piece that went in between here. They overlap, pinched together. That's what broke, that little clamp that pinched them together. So what I did at this show, thanks to my buddy Willie down south, is he handed me a universal throttle cable. This thing's 15 foot long, heavy duty. And if you notice, it's got 2 different ends. So basically all you do is cut off the end you don't need. We need that for the front, so we cut the hook off, fish it through, and cut it to length. Now I ended up cutting way too, well, let me rephrase that. I left way too much on, which is fine because I wanted to make sure, you know, that we had enough for what we needed to do. So one of the other things that this little kit comes with is little doohickey that you put on there to, you know, that way you get a nice solid connection. I actually just have the cable going through the little barrel nut for the throttle cable, and it works fine. Yes, I had a replacement throttle cable. It would not have helped because it was too short. So I didn't put it in because it would have been too short, and it wasn't the issue. Now I'm going to be carrying those universal 15 footers with me. Doesn't matter anymore. It'll be long enough for everything. I can carry them for the Bug. I can carry them for anything. And just cut them to length. Problem solved. Willie, I appreciate that, brother. Really do. Second, my linkage decided to come apart. And what happened was up here, it decided to work loose and the hole wallered out a little bit. I was able to kind of jam it in there, cross-thread it a little bit, if you will. And that got everything up and going, at least so I could get home. Well, now we're back home. And I'm tired of dealing with that worn out linkage, so we went to CB Performance. Yes, I bought this with my hard-earned money. This is their Type 4 kit. Their cross linkage, hex bar, whatever you want to call it. Comes with new air filter assemblies, which is nice because, well, those air filters assemblies are pretty rough. Only downfall is I have to drill the top for my breather. Not looking forward to that, but it is what it is. Second thing is, doesn't matter how much money you spend, you always get bad parts. I love CB Performance, but yeah, so let me explain. So you've got your linkage here to go from your hex bar down to your carburetor. These little jam nuts, I had 2 of them that were like boogered. The threads were boogered in the jam nuts. So I ended up having to re-tap those. Couple of these little lock nuts here, which go on your carburetor base to help jam those studs down in place, that I couldn't get that one to tap at all. I don't know, man, it's just boogered bad. So what I did on that assembly is I actually kind of boogered the thread a tad, threw a bunch of red Loctite on it, jammed it down in there. It ain't coming out. If it does, we'll deal with it later, but it shouldn't come out, not with all that red Loctite on there. Pay attention to your parts. Not everything's always perfect. Yeah, so I guess now we need to go ahead and disassemble all that old linkage so we can put this new linkage on. And then we'll go through actually setting everything up, showing you how to do that, and getting your geometry right on your carbs. All right, that's way too much jibber jabber. We need to get to work. I got limited time today. That's like always now. Anyway, let's get to work. All right, we are down to just the carburetors and the breather tube. And of course, like I said, my throttle cable is very long, but we can always trim that back once we get everything done. But everything's squared away there. And let me take you over. I'll show you kind of what happened here. Long story short, all these Heims are very wore out. This side over here, the 3/4 side, this stripped somehow, so I kind of had to cross thread it to get it back in there, but all the Heim joints are very wore out. So that's why we went with the CD kit. They're a little loose, but they're not like, they just move very easily. So we've got our little kit here. It's got all your odds and ends in it. There's your spacer for the 3/4 side to get the linkage out proper. So first thing we need to do is go ahead and throw our air cleaner bases on along with our new gaskets. Then we can go ahead and get ready to set the linkage in place. So we'll go ahead and throw our nice brand new thick gasket down in place. Maybe. Air filter cover kind of only goes on one way because these have to kind of face in for your linkage. Now I have these on the upper hole. We're going to see how that works. Basically that's just going to drop on like that, and we go ahead and put our hex bar on there. Well, it's kind of how it's got to go, but you also need to make sure on both sides you put in the little spring, which that's really weird, but whatever. Yeah, this doesn't fit. Well, it's not gonna work. Let's figure something out here. All right, here's what I'm finding is I've got the screws kind of sticking back a little bit on both sides, and I'm measuring from here to here and getting 19 inches. However, when we measure the shaft, we're getting 20 1/8. So I need to basically take a 1/2 inch off each side, which is going to be kind of weird because in that hole down there, you're supposed to put the little spring, which helps center and keep everything from moving around too much. So yeah, I guess we're hacking our brand new linkage. And this is for a Type 4, 1/2 inch off each side. Let's do it. Let's see if you can see what I'm seeing. So we'll put that side on. And it's going to have to be screwed in more. And that was a 1/2 inch, or a 1/2 inch off each side we took off. So we'll lift this up. Whoop, sorry. And now we are about where we need to be. Now we just need to get the springs in there. So let's do that, and then we can go ahead and button all this up. It's been a struggle, I'm not gonna lie. Let me bring you up to speed. So I ended up having to put these on the lower holes, not the upper holes, because the Heim joint bars were not long enough, the down rods. And all you wanna do on these is there's a set screw. You wanna kinda just get that lined up so everything's straight. I'll show you down below here in a minute when we go to actually do it, but you need to go ahead and just throw this side back together real quick. Finish getting everything adjusted. Install the linkage on this side, and I'll show you how to go and do that. We're getting close to firing it up and setting linkage, letting her warm up. I'm probably gonna go ahead and do lean best idle as well. Just kind of make sure my carbs are synced in nice, just to be sure. As you know, she did just have a nice long trip. Why not? We're here. Now I do have the little springs in the end right there, and I actually had to cut those down some. These set screws right here are 1/8, go figure. So we got that slid over. Now we just need to go ahead and put that on there, get everything adjusted properly. And we'll do that from in here to make it a little easier for you too. Now I'm not gonna fully tighten this up since we're gonna go ahead and adjust the carbs. I got my return spring just clipped onto there. This is just snugged for now. Other side's tight. Let's go ahead and put our throttle cable on. We'll go ahead and fire it up and let her warm up. I'll go ahead and let her warm up. Go ahead and get things dialed in. We'll bring you back here in about 5-10 minutes. All right, she's nice and warmed up. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use our snail, and we're going to go ahead and measure to see how much vacuum we're pulling on each side. Don't worry what your number is, just match it side to side. And that is a balanced carburetor. Now I also have this linkage fully disconnected, so everything is independent right now. Two carburetors are technically not linked together. So now that we have our idle pretty much squared away, to do lean best idle, you've got your 2 and mixture screws right here on the side. Run them in until you start to hear it miss. Hear the RPM drop. RPM pick back up, so we're good on that one. Now we'll go ahead and do the next one. Hear the RPM drop and start to stumble. I like giving this a little bit more. Go on over to the other side and do the same thing, and then we'll double check our balance between the two. Exhaust on this at some point. So maybe through here I can show you a little better. Not really. We're pulling right about 4 on that side. Right about 4 on that side. Now that we have our carburetors synced independently, we need to go ahead and sync them together. Here's the fun part. So again, with this kit, I need a bunch of odd SAE sizes. And what we need to do is go ahead and hook up our linkage on the opposite side. So again, I have this one disconnected. I have the 1-2 side connected. Doesn't matter what side you do, just make them independent of each other. So we'll go ahead and get this side hooked up. Then we'll go ahead and get this adjusted so they all open and move properly together. Oh, that ain't good. This looks like this was drilled at an angle. This whole Heim joint right here is sitting at a massive angle to try to get to either that's bent or the hole was drilled at an angle, one of the two. I'm gonna go with the hole's drilled because it's not fitting right. Still sitting weird. Yeah, that casting's bent. Almost like a bubble at the bottom. That's a little better. Alright, that's a lot better. Not perfect, but it's a lot better. Alright, nice and snug. Now what I'm going to do is actually increase this side a little bit until I start to get them both just to start to open at the same amount. I think that's pretty much right there. And lock that kind of. Now we'll go ahead and fire it up and double check it. Now we want to make sure that both sides open evenly. A little boo-boo. So kit comes with that little extension piece that goes on down here. However, it hit the tin, so I did away with it, and that angle is about the same as that angle. Got our air cleaners on, breather hose is on. I made sure that all of the set screws were tight. You want this, I know it's a little off center, but you want it straight in line with the throttle cable tube, and you want these adjusted so your heims are pretty much straight up and down from your linkage point. You want everything straight in a row. If I slid this all the way over, everything would be cocked in an angle and not straight. So just make sure you get everything straight, everything looks good. Adjust your linkage so they both open the same time. Lock your lock nuts down. That's it. We're good. Finally. Honestly, real time, this took 2 hours. But I also had an issue with this, an issue with that. Nothing is just bolt on and go. You gotta modify everything. I don't care how well or how much money you spend, you always gotta just really, you gotta make it fit, make it work. Now, what's the difference between like the CB kit and the Empi kit? Well, I can tell you right now, the Empi kit and these heims in here, it's just metal to metal, where the CB, it looks like there's actually a Teflon or some kind of plastic bushing in there, which makes this move so much smoother and it won't bind when it gets hot. Big difference there. Not to mention the quality of the parts, for the most part, are superior. Now again, you're gonna have to make it work. I wish things weren't that way, but it is what it is. So I appreciate you guys sticking around. Hopefully this will help somebody. We went over lean best idle, syncing the carbs, syncing your linkage, installing the linkage, mucho better. So I'm gonna go take an ice cold shower. It's hot outside, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for sticking around. We'll see you next time. Till then, be kind to one another and be good.